Okay, so limited time today. Can you imagine that I have to get over to help someone else? Can you imagine that? I had a good time with Josh. It was a pretty nice time, but I'm gonna talk about something with, and then we'll get into some of the other minutia. But I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something important. I want to talk about something that, because look, things are going to happen here over the next little bit with legalities and stuff, and I'm just going to follow every letter of the law as I go down the line here. So what are we really seeing? What are we truly seeing? What is it? What are we really seeing? We're seeing a changing of a guard is what we're seeing. You guys know it. Everybody here knows it. I've made no bones about who I am or what I am. I've never said, when I'm wrong, I say I'm sorry, and when I'm defiant, I'm rightfully indignant. And I don't really BS. I'm pretty raw dog, right? So I just say exactly what I think when I think it. And what we're seeing right now, just so you guys know, it's a changing of the guard. The guys who came before me, I'm super grateful for the pioneer work that they did. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you have two different groups of people. And what are those? 17 minutes till the premiere. 17 minutes till you guys are going to get to see a perspective that's a little bit different than the one that you've been presented previously. So I'm looking forward to you guys seeing that. And then I got another video coming out at 3 o'clock today. I'm just kind of breaking some of these longer videos down into some chunks so you guys can watch them. Where are you guys at? Everybody hit the number 1 button. Let me know where you're watching from. So hit the number 1 button. Let me know where you're watching from. So I want to focus on this until you guys see the premiere that's in 16 minutes, 17 minutes. I want you guys to see the premiere coming out, because then what that will do, and then we can, after this, because I have a long drive here. After that, we can get into the minutia of being stalked and being assaulted. So we can get into those things later. But what I want to first talk about is something that is very relevant and we're all seeing. It's a changing of a guard. And what do I mean when I say that? I mean that the old way of changing the system of just filming cops, that's over. The boomers, who are my biggest group that watch my channel, they're tired of just seeing cops beat on people. They're tired of seeing the Fraternal Order of Police get all the money. They're tired of seeing all of these things happen. And so now the new game, and it's definitely, life is certainly can be a game, as you guys are going to see in the premiere in 15 minutes here. The new game is, what can you do to change this system? Enough of, listen, don't get me wrong, the video journalists that these guys are, the big guys who are the video journalists, good morning everybody, that's great. We needed them, and we needed to see it. But now the boomers and the older Gen Xers, hey John, I got a premiere coming out in 14 minutes. Why don't you go ahead and wait till you see that before you pass judgment. Oh, which by the way, John, I'm not even sorry a little bit that I distanced myself from Kate, because as you guys can see, I'm strong as a bull. If I wanted to shove somebody, believe me, they would be shoved. They would be shoved. But I don't want to shove anybody. So I just want people to pushing into me and bumping into me. You guys will see it on the video. You guys will get to see the other angle that you didn't get to see yet. So let's take a look at that. But what you guys are seeing, and the reason why some of these older guys are mad at me all the time, is because their time came and it went. Your time came and went. I'm really glad that you documented, and some of these guys who I considered pioneers in this space, who I really had a lot of respect for, look, come to find out, they're really just joking a lot of times. They're really just having a good time. And when I came into this space of civil rights in June, I made a stated goal. I'm here to change things. I'm not here for the status quo. I'm not here to be a reporter. That's not what I'm here to do. I take what I do extraordinarily seriously, and I'm going out to meet with someone right now who is a victim of the criminal injustice industry. That's my mission, is to expose it, that it is the dirtiest, most heinous, filthy machine we've ever seen in the history of the world, besides maybe slavery. And you could compare what we're living to now to slavery in a lot of ways. Now, of course, there's going to be some limitations to those comparisons because, well, I mean, we're still using the same slave shackles. Still using the exact same slave shackles. So that's where we're living. So the game has now become, what offer of change are you presenting? What is your position of change? How are you trying to change these things? And that's why you see some of these other guys who are talking bad about me and saying horrible stuff, but it's just not true. It's just not true. You can say anything you want bad about me. Premiere comes out in 13 minutes. 13 minutes, you guys will get to see from another angle the truth. It's pretty bad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, but that's the whole thing, Lambo, is people, we want real change now. We want real change. We want real change. And if you were previously a videographer, like some of these guys who just went out and documented the downfall of America, that's not what people really want. People don't really want to just document the downfall of America. They want people who are going to change it. They want people to change it. I pushed that girl away from me like this, and I'm not sorry one bit. I would do it again. I would push that girl away from me again and again. She was all over me. But that video is coming out at 12:40 in 12 minutes. So I'm not even slightly. I would do it again. I'm not sorry at all whatsoever. Remember, when I'm wrong, I say I'm sorry. You guys got one clip in slow motion of me getting this girl away from me who had been bumping into me multiple times following me. When you hear the video coming out in 11 minutes, it'll give you a different perspective. I'm not sorry at all whatsoever. Not even kind of, sort of. Because as you guys can see, if I wanted to push her, I could have shoved her. And by the way, I was surrounded by people who wanted to arrest me. So if I was the danger, believe me, I'd be in cuffs right now. If I had been the aggressor and all those guys hadn't seen that woman following me every time I zigzagged to get away from her, I'd be in jail right now. Just think about that for a moment. If you watch a slowed down video of someone distancing themselves from another person, which, by the way, I didn't push her. If I pushed her, you guys would know I pushed her. She had been falling into me. Oops, oops, oops. It's just, she was trying to bait me into an assault, and the cop in 10 minutes will say the same thing. She was trying to bait you into an assault charge, into a battery charge. The cop at the police station said, I saw the video, she was trying to bait you into a battery charge. So for Kate, good job, Kate, you got what you got. But the thing is that it's going to play out in court a little bit different than you think. And when you guys see the video coming up in 10 minutes, you tell me. You tell me what you think, because I'm not sorry one single bit. Not even kind of, not even sort of. You are not allowed to jump on top of me. Oh, and by the way, when you listen to the video, she actually is stalking me. Wait till you hear the video. Remember, I've never said this person's name out loud. I've never said this person's name. Their name has never gone across my lips publicly, not once. Because that's the whole thing, is that's all they want, is to goad me into getting their attention. How many people are using my name? How many? If you go on YouTube right now, and you don't have to like me, you can say, oh, he's bad, he's this, but just put my name into YouTube. How many people are making a living off of my name right now? Including your favorite people who hate me are making a living off of my name. If you guys are so great, why don't you offer something to society to make it better? If those people are so good, just put delete Lawz. Okay, yeah. You're correct. I was just driving, so I didn't want to. I gotta put my phone back down. I know it. So what this woman did is, just so you guys know, she tracked me using a Discord group, and then she raced down to where I was, exasperated and adrenaline pumping. She says it herself. And then she continued to bump into me over and over and over again. Now, Josh tried to catch it on camera, but he didn't catch it. He was pausing and playing. He was trying to keep this woman away from me because she was trying to get me a battery charge. The cop in the video coming up in 9 minutes will say, yeah, she's trying to get you a battery charge. The cop himself will say it. And let's dispel some notions here. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm for rule of law. I believe that people should use the services provided to us. Unfortunately, when a woman is attacking you over and over and over, I can't punch her. Even a slight distancing from her, I didn't push her. I literally just distanced myself from her. You can watch it 1,000 times. I distanced myself from this chick. Even that is all of a sudden. Meanwhile, cops will throw you on the ground, put their knees in your neck, take you to a dungeon. And by the way, even with the cops, I don't break who I am and my character. I am who I am. I do not respect this brand of law enforcement at all whatsoever. I don't respect cops at all. And I'm not sorry one bit that I literally distanced myself from a chick who had stalked me. Wait till you guys hear the video in 8 minutes. Wait till you hear the video. Wait till you see all the screenshots of what she's actually been doing. Hundreds of phone calls, dozens of emails. I haven't responded to her. I haven't responded to her once. The only time I responded to her, I've responded to her 2 times in my entire life. And both of those were cease and desist and leave me alone. Both of them. I put the screenshot so you can see it. Wait till you see all the phone calls. And then wait till you hear her say herself, I have a Discord group tracking him like an endangered great white. Then she raced down to where I was, bumped into me dozens of times, and with the only thing you guys see is me saying, get away from me. And by the way, I had pissed off everybody there, and all of them were cops. They all wanted to arrest me. They just hated me because I said cops are pigs. If I had been the aggressor even a little bit, I'd be in jail right now. They were watching her do that to me. All you guys saw was finally when I said, enough, chick, leave me alone. That's all you guys see. And by the way, let me just say it again. I'm strong like a fucking bull. If I wanted to push somebody, I could have pushed her. I didn't. I distanced myself from her. And the cop, in exactly 6 minutes, you'll hear him say, you have the right to push her away from you. The cop will say it himself. Then the cop says, yeah, she was trying to get you a battery charge. You guys will listen to the cop who watches the video on camera and says, yeah. And so I was kind of dispelling something. I am for rule of law. I am not. You get equal protection under the law. When have I ever said, ever once, have you ever said, when have I ever said even one time that I was against rule of law? When have I ever said that you shouldn't get equal protection under the law? When have I ever said anything like that? When have I ever said anything like that? When was it? Someone pointed out to me. Someone pointed out to me. Pointed out to me. When did I ever say? I never said that. I'm not sorry one bit. I'm not even sorry a little bit. I had every right to distance myself from that person. And she literally is she's walking on 2 twigs. If I put any kind of energy into actually a physical confrontation, which that wasn't. You guys saw me just saying, get away from me. I would have pushed her on the ground. She would have fallen on the ground. She's very unhealthy, and I didn't push her to shove her on the ground. I literally distanced myself from her. And you guys will see the cop say has the same exact conclusion at 12:55. He even says, I'm not going to arrest you. I showed him the video. I showed him everything. I said, look, she's literally bumping into me over and over and over. And the cop said, yeah, she's trying to get you a battery charge. And the cop said, yes, you have a right to distance yourself from someone who is bumping into you. You'll hear it yourself from the police who don't like me, who I tell the cop to his face, I don't support police. I don't respect you. I don't think you're going to do your job. That's what I said to him. And you know what, to be honest with you, he was kind of like, he kind of heard what I said and was like, oh, we're all bad? You'll hear the back and forth I had with the cop. And that's in 4 minutes. So I didn't go to her. And by the way, I never said I was coming here to serve anybody, anything. You've never heard me say that. I didn't say I never announced I was going to Boston. You guys just saw me with Josh. I never said I'm going to Boston. I never announced I'm going to Boston. I don't ever announce my whereabouts. Ever. And, just so you guys know, the turning of the guard is happening now. I didn't want to have to face these guys, but let's be honest. The debate with Lackluster, where is it? Where are you at, Dale? I texted you on the phone. I pointed out that you're right. I didn't call you previously, but now I did. Because the truth is that the old guard, the guys who filmed cops and did reports, they taught you guys about qualified immunity. That's incorrect. That's incorrect data. Sorry, it's wrong. Terry versus Ohio is the most destructive non-legislated policy created by the Supreme Court that we have to remove. It's not qualified immunity. It's not number one. It's not in the top 5. Remember, that's what you guys have been taught by people who don't have an education, that didn't do the hard reading. Remember, when I talk to these other people who used to be the leaders of this, because they're not anymore. They're status quo. They want to document the downfall of America. They're for changing the pillars of the culture so that we go into a revolutionary war. That's what they want to do. Is that what you want? You want kids dead in the streets? You think pushing a woman away from me to distance myself from her is bad? Wait till we decide to switch over to volunteerism or anarchism and then watch the millions of people get murdered and killed in the streets. It won't work. It's stupid. It's stupid. And the reason why there's only been one of these, oh, that's right. He's not a leader, but he sat up last night and called me a bunch of names, said how terrible I was, but he wasn't leading anybody. I mean, I think, and I told this person that the most disappointment that I've had in my young social media career, I've only been on social media since June, is the previous auditor, the previous guy who wants to document the downfall of America but doesn't want to offer anything. The biggest disappointment I did was getting to know who he actually was. That's the biggest disappointment I've had in this journey. To be honest, it's the biggest disappointment. The biggest disappointment yet. Lackluster, so are we going to debate? No, I was incorrect. I said I called you, but I'm more than willing to have the debate. Lackluster, I think you're going to get wallabop slomped, is what I think. I don't think you can back up your positions, but let's see. Let's see. James hasn't done anything. James was a reporter. He wants to document the downfall. Oh, and Lackluster, texting people, I pushed a woman, I hurt a woman. No, dude, I was being assaulted over and over and over, and I literally distanced myself from a woman. And the cop will say in the video coming up, you had a right to push her away from you. Wait till you hear what the cop says. The cop said she's trying to goat you into a battery charge. So, it is what it is. But that, just so you guys know, it comes up in 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm actually going to pull over on the side of the road and watch it with you guys, because I want to watch it. I haven't got a chance to watch this back last night. Can you imagine there's someone who actually needs help? Can you imagine that? Someone actually who needs help. Someone needs help. Can you believe it? There's someone who needs help. And how much money did those guys raise for victims of police brutality? Hey, Dale, you got a huge channel. How much money have you raised besides, just so you guys know, Dale's making a pretty penny. Lackluster making tens of thousands of bucks, making a lot of money. Dale, how many fundraisers have you done? Freeman, how many fundraisers have you done for the victims of police brutality? How many? How many people have you helped? What are your ideas for a new future? What are your ideas? What ideas are you offering? Because you guys aren't offering, let's go to volunteerism, let's go to anarchism so we can go to a revolutionary war. A changing of the guard is happening. You're seeing a separation. You're seeing those who are reporters that report stories and those who are doers to change this system. That's what you're seeing. That's the chasm you're seeing between myself and these other people. And they say, oh, we're not the leaders, but we don't want you to lead. They don't have any ideas. You don't have any ideas for change. You don't. Where are they? If you have an idea for change, where is it? Present it. And by the way, now you guys will see. Yeah, Dale, how many people have you raised funds for, Dale? Because you could raise a lot more money than me, Dale. But how many people have you raised money for? I'll wait. How many people have you pulled onto your channel and had a fundraiser for? I'll wait. Right, because you're a reporter. 53 seconds and you guys will get to see another perspective. Because I didn't assault a woman, and I'm not sorry one bit, not even kind of. I have a right to push her away from me. She was all over me. She went down there. Just listen to her own words. Incriminate. She's gonna get charged criminally. You'll see. Because I've already filled out my affidavit. She doesn't have a right to do what she's doing to me, and I deserve to get protection. I deserve the protection under the law. I can't fight a woman. I can't push her. That was the examples I was giving. Can I mace her? Can I throw her on the ground? What can I do? Showing that I don't have any options other than to ask the police for help. Dale, I'll see you on the debate where I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm going to whoop your ass in the debate, Dale. You will clearly lose the debate. All right, I'm going to watch this premiere. I'll see you guys later. Take care.